Every day these devils are proving me right. Black women, I've told y'all that white women ain't your friends. Now I'm not saying all, but that's enough. But I also said to our brothers and sisters, our Jewish counterparts, not all, but enough, are more racist and more hateful and spiteful. And I'm gonna tell you something. Now, from what I've been picking up, this woman, Naomi Schaefer Riley, she's Jewish. Now I could be wrong, but that's what it says in one of the articles. Okay, this is what she basically said, that black studies is claptrap. They need to get rid of it. It has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. See, this is why I tell black women, y'all gotta stop standing with these devils when it comes down to rights. They only want us to stand with them when they feel aggrieved. This is why I was saying to sisters, don't y'all be used. Don't y'all stand with that white woman, Sandra Flunk, and the rest of them. I'm going to read this to you, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Then I got another article I want to show you about how white women feel about black women. Naomi Schaefer Riley, Chronicle of Higher Education blogger, fired for calling black studies claptrap. The Chronicles of Higher Education dismissed one of his bloggers after outcry over a blog post she wrote questioned legitimacy of black studies as an academic discipline. Naomi Schaefer Riley, a lecturer and author who wrote for the Chronicles blog Brainstorm, was let go after readers pushed back on the essay she published last week titled The Most Pervasive Case for Eliminating Black Studies. To read the dissertations. Riley essays responded to a sidebar of a story in the Chronicles which profiled several up-and-coming black studies scholars in the process of writing dissertations. Riley looked at the titles of the dissertation on subjects like role of race in housing policy and the history of black midwifery in the United States and called them left-wing victimization claptrap. Nearly 6,500 people signed a petition calling for a dismissal from the blog. Yesterday, Liz McMillan, the site's editor, wrote a note apologizing for Riley's post and said that the publication decided to part ways with the author, who is also a affiliate scholar with the Institute of American Values, a conservative think tank based in New York. When we published Naomi Schaefer's Riley blog posting on Brainstorm last week, several thousand spoke in an outrage and disappointment that the Chronicle had published an article that did not conform to the journalistic standards and civil tone to expect from us, McMillan wrote. We now agree that Ms. Riley's blog posting did not meet the Chronicle's basic editorial standards for reporting and fairness in opinion articles. As a result, we asked Ms. Riley to leave the Brainstorm blog. Riley's initial post became the subject of heated debate on the site for both its tone and substance. Seriously, folks, there are legitimate debates about the problems that plague the black community, from high incarceration rates to low graduation rates to high out-of-wedlock birth rates. Riley wrote about the dissertations. But it's clear that they're not helping black studies department. These young scholars are the future of discipline. I think they could just as well leave their calendars in 1963 and let some legitimate scholars find solutions to the problems of blacks in America. Solutions that don't begin with and blame the white man. Wow. Commentators, many of themselves who are academics, said she was being unfair to young scholars in the field of black studies by not having read their work before dismissing them in public forum. Riley responded that she had no interest in reading the dissertations. They were too narrowly focused to be widely read or to have much academic value. Finally, since the blog is about academia and not journalism, I forgive the commentators for not understanding it's not my job to read the entire dissertations before I write a 500 piece about them, Riley wrote. I read some academic publications, but there are not enough hours in the day or money in the world to get me to read distortion on historical black midwifery. In fact, I venture to say that fewer than 20 people in the whole world will read it. But many of the site's commentators noted that very few doctoral dissertations become widely read and they have little bearing on academic legacy. This is true for virtually every dissertation in the field, wrote Paul Heidelman, lecturer at Rutgers University, Newark. One might reasonably expect someone who has covered the academia for 15 years, being published in every major paper country is written to, book to be cognizant of this fact. Others took issue with her refusal to engage in the work she was criticizing. In fact, most people who objected to your post because you dismissed the entire academic field based on cherry-picked titles in 3 progress dissertations, wrote another commentator. As you admit, you have not bothered to actually find out any contrite details of the methodology, research, presentation, and so on of these projects. And yes, you have responsibility to check out these things before you lay waste to the validity of a scholarly field, not to mention the careers of 3 young scholars in one website most widely read by academics. But Chester Finn Jr., academic analyst and aide to Ronald Reagan, y'all, said the rally was dismissed for expressing unpopular views. Vibrancy seems to have been replaced by political correctness and intimidation, he wrote. Now, you guys can go to the Huffington Post and you can read what some of these racists on this site said. Basically it's about, blacks are whining. But I'm going to tell you something. She said something that stuck out to me, that blacks were stuck in. Let me go back and look it up. I think they can just as well leave their calendars at 1963. Now, I find it funny that a woman, and I'm just like I said before, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming she's Jewish based on what I read on the different things about her, can sit back and dismiss black people pain, but yet every day black people is expected to respect them. See, this is what I'm talking about, black women. This is what I'm talking about, black men. This is what I'm talking about my other videos about the gay community, the Mexican community, the Jewish community, and white women have a dismissive tone, but they've used our pain, our bodies to get ahead. This is a white woman. And most of your Jewish are conservative. They say this shit on a daily basis, and blacks have been punked into silence. How dare she dismiss us? But this reminds me of something a white man did, and his name is Andrew Breitbart. May he rest in hell. It's a video on YouTube where Professor Michael Eric Dyson and him are going at it, and he said the very same thing, and he was Jewish. See, when Farrakhan and them was warning us about a particular group of people or about the things they say and do, they was calling him Hitler. They was calling him reverse racist, anti-Jewish and stuff. But guess what? They done more harm to our people than anything. Who the hell you think was bankrolling NAACP and telling them to shut up, let us handle the business aspect? Then when they got tired of us during the late 60s, they turned around and flipped on us. Look how they got President Obama and other black politicians and celebrities running around like little puppets. I mean, this white woman actually thinks she can be that dismissive. But as I said before, brothers and sisters, we need to start questioning any of these things. This is why I said we got to quit focusing on the realm of entertainment. Remember, women like her are teaching our children, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, or keeping us from getting ahead. And I'm curious how old she is, because she could be in the same, probably in my age group, if not the same age. And I got to do a little bit more information on her. But if she isn't Jewish, then I apologize to those who are. But Naomi Schaefer Riley sounds very Jewish to me. And I read an article where she said, I'm Jewish. So that's the article, unless she lied about it. But this is reinforcing what I've already said about a particular group of people. They're sneaky and they're nasty. If you think I'm exaggerating, ask yourself why on YouTube allow all this crap being said about us to be put on, but the moment we speak up, videos are taken down. Makes you wonder.